Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to have a nice chat with Amol Garg, sales genius, and I'm pretty sure that we are going to learn many things and have a great time. So let's wait for Amol. Good evening, Amol, and back to
Hi
the game.
Shatrujit.
Uh, so it's pretty nice to have you again with me, and hope we are continue without any disturbance today. Hope so. And so, like,
Right. So I think the audience should know this.
yeah.
Uh, I just thought I'm going to tell the audience that they should know this. We tried this yesterday. We had a lot of issues with online. So we are redoing.
Mm,
This is part two, take two, and
yeah,
action. Let's go.
yeah. That's the thing. So, like yesterday, I will start with a very big congratulations to you for being featured among the top 15 sales gurus. Here, people like me are afraid to become sales participant, and you are the sales guru. That's a great thing. And
Thank
from
you.
the yeah, and from the basic thing, from an engineer to a salesperson. How was the journey?
It's quite an interesting journey, quite a shift actually. So I'm
Mm,
more of a software engineer by chance and more of a sales engineer by choice. That's how I like to put it.
yeah.
Very interesting journey because coding is all about. And I used to work with a company into hardcore R&D. Worked there for 4 years.
Mm,
Very different kind of a job. Though the company was great, job was also good, but somewhere it wasn't my passion. It wasn't my calling. I wasn't really enjoying it.
mm,
And I think end of the day, that is what you really work for. You need that job satisfaction. So yeah. Then I jumped and got into sales. It's been close to about 7 years now, and it just couldn't get better. I love what I do, and I'm very passionate about it.
yeah, that's true. And I love to see you doing that thing. And it is really
Thank you.
inspiring the way you do the things. Each and in each every interaction, I learn a lot of things, and that is the best thing with you. Uh, but from most of the engineering guys I have seen, most of them they are ready to pursue any profession, anything, but they are afraid for sales. So first of all, you coming to sales from engineering is the best example for them. Second, what are the tips you would like to give them so that they can also accept this challenge and come for sales? It is a very nice career path, I think.
Absolutely. I think sales is the only career which doesn't have an income ceiling,
Yeah.
right? So, in fact, there's so many salespeople who make 2x, 3x of their actual salary. So
Mm,
there's no end, right? If you're
mm,
really good at what you're doing, there's very good chance that you will make a lot of money. That's one. And second is the respect in the organization, right? If you are a high performer, you can actually bend the rules. The management won't tell you anything because they know you're the one bringing money to the organization, right?
mm,
So you're the blue-eyed boy of the organization. You're the one who's always pampered, and so from that perspective also it works. But if you have to make the transition, you should be ready to meet with people. You need to be a people's person, so you should be ready to meet with people, face a lot of rejections, be someone who you can connect with people easily, knowing their stories, their background. So these are all the skills that go into if you want to become a good salesperson. And I think I don't know, maybe the market perception is bad about sales right now, which is
mm.
people are just trying to pressurize others. So that's why a lot of people don't want to get into sales.
Yeah, and
uh, from a perception standpoint, maybe even from a skilling standpoint, because we're not taught sales in schools and colleges, even MBA for that matter. It's more of theory than actual
yeah, that's true.
sales, hardcore sales. That's something that you'll only learn on the field, right? So that's probably another reason why people don't want to get into it. And third, of course, is opportunities. I'm not sure if too many companies are coming to these organizations hiring for sales specialists, right? Whereas the trend more is around, let's say marketing. If it's around, if it's an MBA college, and it's all investment banking, hardcore sales. I think the scene is not all that great at colleges, so that's why people normally are very
Yeah,
apprehensive to enter into the domain.
Actually, this guys are actually they are afraid of to face the rejection. The important part of this is they are really frightened. They can't handle the rejection. If they if they have the mindset to accept the rejections, rejections are also a path of this growth. You have to go through that fire to come out in a brighter way. That the part they don't
Right,
understand. And if they can do that,
right,
then the sales has immense opportunity. Every company needs salesperson. Every company needs as many as performing salesperson. There is no limit to that.
right.
So there are opportunities immense, and you have got opportunity to switch over. You have got opportunity to grow, and you have an career performance that has a figure. You can say that I have done this thing, and in service sector we
Right.
don't get all things. So these are the things they need to understand. So how they can prepare their mindset to go into sales.
As you rightly mentioned, it's a game of rejections, right? So you need to be prepared for it. It's not that you think that every customer is going to buy and you enter it and you realize that's not the case. And then you are taken aback and you tell yourself, this is not my cup of tea. So number one, your mental makeup, which is to be ready for rejections. One way or the other, you will face it. Even if you're not in sales, you're into something else, you will face it. And sales is a very humbling profession. So once you're into it, you'll be used to getting a lot of no's. It humbles you. You're going to meet a lot of people. So, it's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to understand yourself, understand people. As I said, it's a people's job, right? Your ability to understand people and how the world works, right? You will be talking to so many people. You'll be building your network as well. I think this is one point which a lot of people don't consider. If you're selling a product, you will knock a lot of doors. You'll be talking to a lot of people who belong to different businesses, right? So you'll be building your personal network as well. And if you nurture that network, uh, again, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, that's true, and it is a timing thing that rejection comes. After that, either you are prepared to handle the rejection, or else the rejection are no more there. You get the actual calls and actual opportunity to sell. The leads are pure leads. You don't there are no cold call most of the time after that thing. But that initial phase, they are little bit reluctant to go through. And
Absolutely.
I have been always teaching them this thing. Actually, in my HVAC thing, sales is the first foremost career path that you can follow. After that, other
Right,
doesn't have that much challenge. I have been teaching these
right.
students, but I have seen they are little bit back foot on this sales part. Whereas for me, I would love to do that thing. I have faced
You should get them to do some internship. You should get them to do some kind of an internship so that pushes
yeah,
them. So they need that nudge. They need that little bit of a push to get
yeah.
started with. And I'm sure from there they can take off.
Yeah, and I have shown many of my students your videos. They from that they have understood many things. If you enjoy a thing, if you enjoy rejection, that is fine. Then you will enjoy the thing. If you take it in other way, you will feel hurted. Nothing that. Uh, that's why I have been teaching. But there are some methodology in sales also that we need to. Sales is not only just an interaction or something. There are few steps that one should follow. How to behave in which condition. So would you like to discuss something with this thing? How to behave when you are into a pitch or
Sure, sure,
yeah.
sure. So sales is both an art and science. Art is the part where it's more of your intuition, it's more of your understanding of the customer. So that's the art part. Science is more of there is a certain process that you need to follow,
Mm,
right? So when I say a process, it's typically when you get a prospect, you qualify that prospect, you investigate needs, then you pitch, then
mm,
you handle objections, and finally you close. So that
mm,
is more of the process,
mm,
right? And if you stick to this process, there's a very good chance that you will end up closing the sale,
mm,
right? So it's both art and science. There's a proper framework to doing everything. It's not that I meet you, I start selling my product right away. Hey, Shatruji,
mm,
why don't you buy this from me? It does not work,
yeah.
right? So you need to
Certain.
follow the process. I need to understand who you are as a person. I need to understand your needs, and then you need to see if your needs, if is it something that I can satisfy. My product or service can fulfill your needs. If yes, then of course we move to the next stage. If not, then probably it's not the right time to pitch, and then move on to something else. So it's both. My ability to build rapport with you, my ability to get you to trust me, because that's the biggest factor here which can stop you from taking the deal forward. You may be thinking, hey, who's this guy? Because there's so many salespeople out there all trying to pressurize you to buy their product or service. So there's so many people out there. Why should you trust me? So it's my ability to get you to trust me first. Forget the product or service. It's my ability to sell myself first as a person, as someone who's genuinely interested to solve your needs. And post that, of course, comes in the product or service, and then we're trying to justify why this is a good fit for you.
Yeah, that's true. And after this things, this sales process, understanding the sales, the what I think the most important thing is you need to enjoy the figures. When you achieve something, the pleasure you need to enjoy, and if you want that pleasure, you have to make that labor. They have to understand these all things. So in your you have been doing a good this star program also. So how can this star program can help our newbies in the market, those who are ready to come or have already came into the market and are looking to pursue a nice career? How can this thing help them? Can you guide
Sure.
something?
So, yeah, I'll quickly explain to you how this works. So, STAR is more of sales transformation and results. That's the full form of this program. And the whole idea here is, we do live trainings online for a small batch of 10, where personally, we do a lot of role plays. So, let's say you're selling something to me. I ask you to pitch the product or service to me. And then I do a complete post-mortem of this pitch. What went well, what can be improved, how you should have handled the objection better, why you should not have, the closing technique could have been used better, what else could be done better. So it's a lot of analysis, and then we redo the same thing. So the whole idea is that now you are incorporating the learnings then and there. So instead of this being just a theoretical program where I'm giving a lecture, we don't do that. The idea is to start from grounds up, right from your first word that you utter to the client till you close the client. And we just keep doing that back and forth, keep practicing it. And we also do live calls. So yeah, that's how it's beneficial to participants.
It is a more or less, it is a practical thing that they are going to learn. They are learning that definitely it is going to help them. It is not nothing like that MBA, theoretical MBA. It is actual practical thing. Really.
Yeah, like you can't learn swimming reading a manual, and I feel you can't learn sales by just listening to someone. Of course, you can pick up some techniques. But unless you do it, unless constantly interact, it's going to be very difficult to actually perform.
Means when you pick up the technique, you only know the things. When you apply that, then only you get polished into this. These are that thing. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. In fact, that's what we tell our participants, that 50% commitment is mine, 50% is yours. You need to, put in the work. You need to do the assignments. You need to, commit to yourself that you are doing this. Only then it will work for both of us.
They have to break the ice of hesitation. Only after that they can achieve the thing. That's the important thing.
And you are a sales expert yourself, Shatrujit. Looks like.
I have learned from this experience only. And like talking about rejection, after so many years of working, I once had such a thing that one person made me wait for 1 hour, and after that he came out of his just opened the door slightly and told, "I'm busy right now. You can come sometime else." Because after waiting 1 hour, when I say, but still then okay, you are testing my patience. I will show my patience. That's what I thought, and I came out from there. That gave me energy to come back again. That's what I have been telling my students also. Just take it casually, man. Don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
And
I think sales is the best life lessons anyone can ever learn. Right? It's a life manual. How to behave, how to talk. So it teaches you pretty much everything.
Yeah. That's true. And sales is everywhere. You are an engineer, you can be a salesperson. You are a teacher, you are a salesperson. You have to be a salesperson everywhere. In your personal life also, you are a salesperson. You are negotiating daily.
No doubt about it. Yeah. Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. So sales is not just selling a product or service. Every time you're at an interview, you're selling a reason why they should hire you. If you're going for a date, you're selling the reason why you should be with me. So it's all, everything is sales. End of the day,
uh,
everything is sales. And then we are actually all born salespeople, because when you wanted that ice cream and your parents didn't buy, we would just cry, right? And parents would give us the ice cream, right? So in a way, that's a sales pitch. As simple
yeah,
as that.
that's true. That's true. And what I want to know next is, which I felt I need to know, is something from Amol, Garg, the person who can sell ice to an Eskimo. So some extra things from.
Tell me anything specific that you are referring to.
Specific means when you go and discuss something with anyone, you pitch your sales. There are some conditions where we need to switch our things. We need to switch our focus of that person. If the person may be focusing on price, but I don't want to discuss the price because I don't want to lower the price. So what should I do to shift this? The pain point of mine is I most of the time I struggle with switching the focus. And how would you
Right.
how would you guide me to have a mindset that I can react quickly and switch the things?
I think that's a very interesting question. In fact, that is a problem which a lot of salespeople and entrepreneurs have, the price point, because India is largely a price conscious market.
Yeah.
So it's your ability to control the sales conversation. That's precisely the most important factor. And by that, what I mean is, if he's talking about price, of course, the idea is to shift to value. And the way you do it is you take two steps back. That why is it that you're buying this? What is the end goal? Right? And showing that, look, if you buy this, even though it is say 1.5x costlier, you're still able to achieve that end goal in a much shorter time frame, or the overall cost actually comes down because this is a superior product, right? The idea is to focus on the bigger picture than just a buying kind of a cycle, right? Your ability to show that, look, you're buying this to achieve X, okay? And if you're kind of buying something else, because it kind of looks that you will achieve, but in the end you might not achieve. Why take a chance, right? But if you were to buy, say something else which will make sure you achieve X, so keeping that focus on X, which is the end goal, which is the dreamland, which is the promised land, which is the final destination. Every time they say price, you move them to that particular point. I'm sure they will give in. They will agree that yes, what you're saying is correct. So you need to get specifics. You need to get, when you say value, a lot of people say you need to add value, but how do you add value? It's by getting into the specifics, by saying that if you use this product, now you're finding it, let's say 20,000 rupees more expensive, but you will, it will save you on the maintenance cost, which runs into 45,000. So you're actually saving 25,000. So getting specifics as well.
Yeah, specific with figure and shift the focus to the end result. That will help a lot.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
It was really great, and whenever I speak to you, I just can't stop myself. I feel like I can go on talking, and learning more and more with you. But I know you are a busy person, and I will definitely sooner I will join this star program because I need it, I can say, and I will recommend each and everyone to join it, and they will have a transformation among themselves. I can assure that thing, because with meeting with salesperson like you or JD, they can naturally feel that they are going to get something add-ons on them, and after joining this program and hand-to-hand mentorship, one-to-one mentorship, obviously they are going to have tremendous changes in themselves. I am damn sure about that. And thank you for this opportunity and having so much patience with me. And from yesterday to this day, you supported me tremendously, and I am really happy with that. And believe me, I'm not going to leave you.
And believe me, I'm ready for that. So no, so idea is to build a sales community. Anyone who's interested to learn should be part of this community. That's what we are going ahead with. That's the vision, and then we need people like you, who are passionate, who are always hungry for more, hungry to learn, and then it becomes a movement.
That's true. And as a salesperson, we are never satisfied.
Yeah. That's in the DNA of any sales guy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So thank you very much, Anmol, for such a precious time and so valuable knowledge. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you. Have a great evening ahead. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, guys, that was Amol Garg, and with a lot of valuable tips for you. And I hope you have also enjoyed this thing. And believe me, I would recommend you to pursue a sales career. There are much things to achieve in that, and you definitely have a tremendous career if you are following sales. And obviously, the sales program of the coaching program of Amol Garg is really excellent. And if you can, you should join it. Thank you very much.